Last night. Ah, gee, God. Probably Rana. Tomorrow is the day. Oh, you mean the day we die? Okay, not Rena. It's going to end up the same way this time, just like the last time. I don't know about that. It's been very similar to the last one, but there were some things that were different too. Keiichi remembered what happened. That's impossible. There's no way you could remember. I mean, there's no way he could know. The more you say it's absolutely impossible, the more it makes me feel like this is a real miracle. There's nothing we can do. It's going to end up the same way again. I'm not sure about that. Yes, it will. Everything will be over when the Higurashi cry. Oh, fuck off! Stop it! Stop it! Don't you bring in the title. I see that writing. Stop it. Is it all going to end anyway? The more often you throw a die, the closer the total will get to the average. When you throw a die 100 times, even if a miracle happens when you get 6 twice or 3 times in a row, the total will average out in the end, approximately. That's a fact of statistics. But when you throw a die 100 times, the total number ranges from 100 to 600. The more you throw, the greater the likelihood that the number will converge on the average. But the truth is, the more you throw, the more possible outcomes you create. Yes and yes. But if we're talking just straight up statistics here, you're more likely to fall on 300 than you are on 100 or 600. Much more likely. There are 500 different futures you can create by throwing a die 100 times. There are 5,000 different futures you can create by throwing a die 1,000 times. Oh, good God. Oh, are you telling me what I have to do, game? Oh, God. I don't want to... That's a hell of a project to do. There might be one feature among them that enables you to actually finish this never-ending game of dice. Snake eyes! Fuck! Keiichi showed me a miracle, and it taught me that it's not a waste of effort to keep throwing the die. Don't give in to something like an average. You think we'll never have a different ending, don't you? I can tell because it's written all over your face. I want a different ending. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I want a different ending where Mion doesn't die. Can I get that ending? That's a win. That is a statistical anomaly. That is a 600 out of 600. Perfect. Fuck everyone else. I want her to live and be happy. That's it. Fuck everyone else's happiness. I think so too. I think we're going to have the same ending this time again. But I'm not going to give up hope until I throw the die for the last time. Keiichi taught me that. Something is going to be different this time. I'll try to believe in that. Rika, you're a very strong person. I guess Rika was talking. Fuck me, I don't know. The fuck? Who the fuck knows anymore? I'm fucking lost. Yeah, fuck this. All I got is fucking Groundhog Day at this point. Fucking Groundhog Day. Or at least it's not a day, just Groundhog time frame. That's all it is. Yeah, I know. That's because I'm a lot younger than you. Rika? Me? Why are you still up this late at night? You need to go to bed. Don't stay up so late. I'm sorry. I couldn't sleep, so I was just looking at the stars. I'm going to bed now. Okay, so that's Satoko waking up. I assume. Because there's no reason for like a tone shift all of a sudden. Please do. Good night, Rika. Good night, Satoko. Still, what the fuck do I know? Apparently she's throwing dice against a wall for a while. What the fuck ever, man. You do you, Rika. Next. Hey, Mion. I don't... Please live. Please live. I'll be so disappointed if you die. Walking only with Mion to school makes me miss Ren a lot. You're a fucking idiot. Oh god, that would piss me off. No. This is what I've been angling for. This is when you're supposed to take advantage of this. This is the best opportunity. This is amazing. That's all I've wanted. Fuck Rena. Go on out without us. We can just sit and chat while walking. What's wrong, Kei-chan? Why are you looking around? What? Oh, nothing. It's the same way to school, but I feel nervous for some reason. Wonder what Rena meant when she said she was going to win a come-from-behind victory last night. Oh, good God. I don't want her to kill Mio. That's all. God damn it. I am so worried and paranoid that she's going to kill Mion. I would just make sure she's safe at all times. I would be so paranoid of that. I would probably end up telling Mion that and saying, I really just don't want you to fucking die right now. She pulls out like fucking gun. I'm jumping in front of the bullet. Fuck it. I don't want you to die. Please don't. I can't stop feeling something dangerous is going to happen. I have that same feeling too, which is why I don't want to play into her delusion. Ren thinks Mion is one of her enemies. I don't want her to fucking die. She could be hiding somewhere to attack Mion with a knife. I will jump in front of the knife. Fuck it. Please live. Don't worry. Ren isn't going to do something as rash as that. Even if she does, I can protect myself. I don't want to take that fucking risk. No. You've died too many fucking times in this story. No. No. Mion says it brightly as if she wants to tell me she isn't afraid of anything. I don't care. I don't care. No. But I can't be optimistic like her because I know exactly what Rena is going through. I don't care. Stop it. Keiji, if you don't jump in front of that knife that she's gonna pull out, I swear to fucking God, I will be internally pissed off at you. Rena must be determined by now. And she probably wouldn't mind dying fighting against Mion if she wasn't going to win anyway. Of course, it doesn't mean she's definitely going to take violent action. Yes, it does. I guarantee it's not going to end peacefully. But I can't deny the possibility either. Uncle Mion is more concerned about the reason why Rena went crazy all of a sudden. That's interesting too. But I don't give a fuck. I want her to live. I want her to live. Is there any reason? I remember the tragedy. I can't remember what made the world go crazy. But I remember we got lost in that awfully scary world. It started with a small thing, and those small things continued to pile up one after another. Yeah, it's all Tomitake's fucking fault, and Takano's fault. That's all it is. She's a fucking troll. She is the... Her trolling around is the only reason for paranoia. If you think about it calmly, you'll laugh at it because it's really a stupid thing. But once those little tiny stupid things start to bother you, you can't ignore them. It's that kind of disease. If you can call it a disease. But there must be a reason. There must be a reason that made the world go crazy. But I think it's a very small thing that you can't even notice. And unfortunately, the reason is very difficult to understand, and you won't be able to figure it out until you die. I have a relative who is a doctor. He said that if you have a brain tumor in an abnormal spot of your brain, it can change your personality or make you a totally different person. Oh my God, Rena has a fucking brain tumor. People who suffered from this disease used to be considered haunted by the devils or possessed by foxes. People dramatized this disease like it was something occult. You mean Rena is suffering from a physical disease she got in her brain? In her case, it might be better to say that's a mental disease. Rena was pretty upset and mentally unstable because of the murder of Rina and Tepe. At a time like that, that stupid Oishi told her about what happened to Tomitake in an exaggerated way. Hit it right on the head. Right there. That is the reason. She's... All wisdom deferred to Mion. She's a fun... God, she is... That's exactly what happened. Because that's what Oishi did with Keiji. He pried on the outside member of what happened. Because that's the easiest thing to do. It's easiest to get into a group because he's suspicious of the Sonozaki family. You tell him he was, Tomitake was murdered. It's happened 4 times before. Blah, blah, blah. At least that worked with Keiji. With Rena, She was already on edge because of killing 2 people. I think Oishi and Takano's scrapbooks may have many things in common. Really? Like what? Well, he believes in the series of mysterious deaths of Hinamizawa, but that's a delusion. I mean, it actually happened for 5 years in a row. But I think there is no series of murders in the first place. Okay, well, I don't know about that. I don't know. I'm not willing to go that far yet. Not willing to go that far yet. There definitely seems to be an overlying theme of them getting killed. I'm not willing to go that far, though. It's true that the mysterious incidences happened 5 years in a row, but they were solved individually. It's like a past we don't need to talk about. We think of them as mysterious deaths. That's why we think something is going to happen this year, too. It leads us to think that there's a conspiracy, and that the Sonozaki family is behind it. I don't believe in that anymore, so fuck you. We connect those things to the series of mysterious deaths, but we shouldn't do that in the first place. Just like I tried to keep a distance from Rena when I found out about her dark past, everybody is trying to keep a distance from the dark past of Hinamizawa. Takano's scrapbooks are a good example. She dramatized the recent incidences in the old cruel history, and she made feasible stories of them, saying that the Sonozaki family is behind all of this. Oichi did the same thing too. He's so convinced that the Sonozaki family is behind it all that it's making him interpret things in a wrong way. Which I said that it doesn't matter however convincing the evidence would have been. It's because it involved the Sonozaki family, that's why he believed it. That's the main reason. In that sense, we can say Oishi believes in the same delusion Rena does. I think the Sonozaki family is partially accountable for that because you guys act like you're behind things every time something happens. In this village, people think it's the Sonozaki family who did it whenever something strange happens. It's like a magic word to settle everything down. It's like those people who say they can explain all phenomena of this world by plasma. Oh yeah, what's that supposed to mean? Are you saying all of this is the Sonozaki family's fault? Exactly, it's all your fault. So I'll call you Plasma Mion from now on. It sounds like a wrestler's name. God, fuck off. Well, I like professional wrestlers. Hey, Kei-chan, do you know what abnormal stretching is? Abdominal stretching. Stop, I don't want to wrestle you in this freaking hot weather. Oh no, that hurts. Oh god, stop. Good morning, Keiichi. Good morning. Satoko and Rika look a little sad when they see only the 2 of us. If the 3 of us came to school together like always, they must have been really happy. But the classmates are as noisy as usual. Nobody seems to make a big deal about Rena's absence. Fuck it. She's gonna kill Mion and I'm gonna be depressed as fuck. And I'll throw a chair out my fucking window. Shay is going to be here soon, and she'll start the morning homeroom. Everyone is fooling around as if they don't want to miss a second of the time until then. Hey, something stinks today. Close the windows. Silly, it'll be hotter if we close the windows. It smells like gasoline or something, and it really stinks. Oh, good God, no. She is not going to burn this fucking school down while we're all inside it. Holy fucking shit. Someone from the forest service must be putting gasoline into the heavy equipment or something. I fucking doubt it. She's going to blow up this fucking school or burn it down. Because it's the research facility. Some students near the windows are making a fuss about it because they want to close the windows because of the smell. The real talk, gasoline smells great. Fuck that. Gasoline smells amazing. I'd be like, no, leave it open. I love the smell. Our school isn't a normal school compared to the others. Our school is using a part of the Forest Service. That's why unusual things like this happen. This is nothing. I remember they once bought a few big piles of juniper branches. That was awful. The distinct irritating odor gave us a headache. What's a juniper? Meat. That's the name of a vegetable. We sometimes put it in curry. You should look for it next time you go grocery shopping. I don't know much about vegetables, but it sounds like it's better to make Rika and Keiichi taste it first just in case. What? Our ball is missing. You hit it again, didn't you, Hojo? The boys seem to be looking for their ball for a while and they yell at Satsuko. Why would I hide such a stupid thing? If I was going to hide something, I'd hide it something better than that. Hey, Chie is coming. Everybody take a seat. Hello, everyone. Get to your seats. Rena, please don't burn down the school while class is going. During the class, I kept thinking about Rena the whole time. I wouldn't be. I think about what she said last night, and I wonder what her come from behind victory means. I would be too worried about Mion is gonna fucking die somehow, and I have to prevent it. That's all I would be thinking about. According to Takano's delusion, the masterminds of the bioterrorism are the three families in a group of fanatic believers that control the three families. In other words, it means the Sonozaki family. What can Rena do alone against them? Burn down a fucking school, withholding the member inside of it. Which would be great. And she would, oh look, another way people die. Oh god, that would be fucked. I don't want to read anything to do with people burning to death. Fuck that. I don't want to read that. Mion lives with her grandmother, the leader of the Sonozaki family. There are only two of them in the house. It's possible that Rena will break into their house with a knife. Oh god. Mion, I'm gonna stay at your house for a little while. Just to make sure you're safe. I don't care. But I already came up with that possibility last night. That's why I called Mion to warn her. I would have too. On the way to school this morning, Mion told me some young bodyguards had been at her house since this morning. She told me she'd be guarded herself too. There's a black car parked near the school gate. They must be your bodyguards. Yes! She might live. Please live, please! But according to the parasite theory, it doesn't mean she can end this battle by just attacking the leader of the Sonozaki family. According to the delusion, she believes in the conditions of her victory are more complicated than that. Actually, you get two heads with one stone by burning down the school. You get Mion and Rika. So two of the three families gone, for the most part. You can kill Oryu later, she's an old lady. The lion's fucking dead, at least in Rena's eyes. Then you kill Kimiyoshi by himself, and there you go. Fuck me. She needs to expose the group of fanatic believers who are behind the Sonozaki family. She needs to destroy their research of the parasite. Plus, Rena doesn't have much time left thanks to that suspicious poison. But how exactly can she win a come-from-behind victory under circumstances like that? She might interpret the group of fanatical believers as the village board members. If so, she might attack them when they have a meeting at the shrine. The board meeting must be held once a month at most. Yeah, no shit. And it's already happened, probably. It's hard to believe that they're holding a meeting today. She probably thinks the research facility of the parasite is the clinic. Ren suspected that there was something fishy about the clinic from the beginning. And that suspicion must have changed to certainty in her head by now. Does that mean she's going to attack the clinic? It's not like an action movie. What can she do all by herself? Is she going to set a fire? No, that would be pointless. Or, in order to expose the conspiracy, she has to get proof that they're actually studying the parasite. Is she going to break into the clinic and get some pretty creepy samples? And the last problem of all is how much time she has left. If she believes she doesn't have much time left, especially under desperate, disadvantageous conditions like these, it's possible that she might try to stab whomever she thinks of as an enemy. That's what I said. That she's going to be a danger to anyone who might look suspicious. Where she'll kill random people. That's what I would be worried about. But Rena sounded like she believed she would regain the happy days after everything was over. I think Rena meant she was going to stay alive and win. Is there something like an antidote? And it doesn't have to be real. As long as it's an antidote to Rena's delusion, it doesn't matter what it is. It can even be the water you washed your rice with. But if she thought she could get the antidote easily, she wouldn't have been so desperate about the time she has left. Oh, look, I happened to find this antidote in a syringe. It's just going to knock your ass out for about 12 hours. She must be difficult for her to get the antidote. The easiest setting I can think of is that it's hidden somewhere in the clinic. Putting it all together like this, I feel like Yuri and his clinic are in danger. He's probably gonna fucking die. Now that I think about it, the elderly people in this village, including the members of the village council, hang out in the waiting room of the clinic all the time. That's because they're old people. Old people love going to a hospital. Because that's all they do. If most of the board members happened to gather there, it'd be the perfect place to attack for her. I told Mion about that during lunch break. I'd say she wouldn't do such a stupid thing if this was a normal situation, but I actually can't deny the possibility. I'm gonna call my house. I'll make sure that they send some people to the clinic. Mion doesn't try to disagree with my crazy idea. That's because Mion's a good, nice person and logical. She puts down her chopsticks and goes to the teacher's office to make a phone call. It sounds so dangerous. I can't believe Rena is going to do such a scary thing. Are you sure she's going to attack the clinic? Maybe she will. Maybe she won't. But if that happens, we're screwed. We need to prevent the disaster from happening. I hope nothing is going to happen. Hello? Okay. I'll send 2 of our young men to the clinic. I don't think she'll do it, but you'll never know what's going to happen. Can we capture her by force when we find her? Honestly, I don't want to do that. What do you think we should do? We agreed with the cops that we're going to give Ryugu Rena to them right after we get her. So even if we use force to capture her, we won't get in trouble. I'm not worried about losing face. I would just feel sorry for Rena. I really want to settle this down calmly if possible. Well, she's still young, so as long as she didn't kill someone or something, all she has to do is to apologize, and everything is going to be fine. Well then, she might be out of our hands. Oh, I mean, as long as they don't find out about it, she'll be safe. Yeah, she's good. Nobody really cares about the disappearance of those 2 anyway. People think that they ran away somewhere because they did something wrong. Those things happen all the time. Yeah, no shit, no one... They're fucking scum. No, they're part of the underbelly of society. No one gives a fuck about them. They're part of they are in illegal business all the time. Of course they're gonna end up dead one day. It doesn't matter. Sorry. So she's fine. Don't worry about it. She's out. She's safe. What? Are we playing baseball now? Anyway, please take care of it carefully. Will do. So is it okay to capture her by force, right? Yes. Don't make any mistakes. You have to get her. Please don't make it like a wild chase or anything like that. I couldn't help but have a silly chat with Kasai. When I put the phone down, I sensed Chie is looking at me. God, fucking Mion's perspective. Can we get that more often? God, I would love that. Oh, if there was just a chapter from Mion's perspective, oh, that would be the perfect chapter. That would be the perfect chapter. Especially if she lived and was happy at the end. Hands down, best chapter. I'd stop reading the series at that point because not going to get any better than this. No wonder, because she could hear the conversation clearly in this tiny room. Chie puts her spoon down and she asks me with a sad look on her face. Were you talking about Ryugu? Yeah. Tsunazaki, do you know why Ryugu ran away from home? You're her close friend. It's hard for anyone to understand Rena's situation, except for me and Kei-chan. So most of them think that Rena has run away from home. But after she ran away from home, the cops made a little too much fuss over it. Oishi stupidly believed that the scrapbooks were a big scoop, and he overreacted in trying to find Rena. He made many patrol cars run around everywhere in the village. He even used the town's telephone tree to find her. So the people in the village think Rena did something wrong and is trying to run from the cops. What's going to be difficult for me more than finding her is to make up a story to retrieve her honor after they detain Rena. No shit. She is constantly covering for people's asses. Fucking Shion beats the shit out of Satogo. She has to be responsible for that shit. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know, I just snapped one day. Covering for Rena now. What about this? Rena went for a walk, fell down and hit her head with an edge of tofu and lost her memory. Oishi understood something, misunderstood big time, and he thought she was a criminal. It's too easy. Anyway, we made it clear that Oishi was the one who misunderstood everything at the meeting the other day. It's better I use his name as much as possible while he's feeling down. What I have to do is not to make a big deal about the situation, and to create an environment that allows Rena to forget everything that happened in order to regain her life as soon as possible. Good shit. Everything is going to be fine, GA. Rena is a little sick right now, that's all. Fat Cop somehow made a lovely mistake and twisted things around in the wrong way. You don't believe that Rena did something wrong and that she's trying to run from the police, do you? Of course not. But making her family worry by running away from home isn't a good thing to do either. She had a fight with her father and she ran away from home for a while. She acted childish and that's all. Maybe that would be the best story to make up. I wonder if she had some problems she couldn't talk to anyone about. I'm a bad teacher because I didn't realize it. I wish I could have sat down and talked with Ryugu before this happened. Chie, you're taking it too seriously. You need to relax. It's normal for young kids nowadays to run away from home a few days. Oh no! What am I going to do if Ryugu becomes one of those bad kids and starts doing really bad things? Oh. What the fuck? Ryugu becomes a bad kid. She does something bad and gets arrested by the police. It's her teacher's responsibility. I'll be dishonorably discharged. I can't eat curry anymore. I'm dead. I die. Oh no. She seems to be comically upset by her imagination. It looks funny, so I decide to leave her alone. I leave the teacher's office to go back to the classroom. Right then the phone rings. Hello? This is Hinamizawa School. She has to answer the phone all day today because the principal is on a business trip. I leap to the hallway. Then I hear the tone of her voice change. What? Where are you right now? What? I scream and look back at her. It's probably Rena. She called the school. I try to get back inside the teacher's office, but Chie gestures me not to come in. Fuck off! Chie acknowledges what Rena is saying several times, and then she looks up at the clock. Okay, I'll be there. I'm your teacher. You promised me, okay? She says only that, puts the phone down, and gets her purse from her locker. Class rep, I have some emergency to take care of. I have to go out for a while, so please have everybody study by themselves while I'm gone. Yeah, okay. She takes out her car key from her purse. It's obvious that she's going to see Rena somewhere. Jay, was it Rena? That's all. You're in charge of the class today. Oh yeah. Hey Mion, let's ditch school for a while. Jay completely ignores me and she runs out of the hallway. She runs to the schoolyard and she gets in her car. The moment her car drives through the gate, I run out to the schoolyard. I run up to the black car parked near the gate and knock on the window. Follow her! How are you doing, madam? Everything is good so far. I know, but I need you to follow that car that just left. I think she's going to meet Rena. Okay. Rena's very cautious, so you need to be careful. Bring her to my house right after you catch her, and after that, follow Kasai's order. She's my friend. You better not get her hurt. God, I would never cross me out. Oh, that's a death sentence right there. Even though she's never fucking killed anyone. Rena must have told Chie that she wants to talk to her alone. I can tell that easily from the way she ignored my question. I feel a little bad for ruining their promise. I don't give a fuck. Mion, you're doing the right thing. As always. But it's very important that we catch her before she does something wrong. No shit. We can still make up an excuse that she was just wandering around because she had a fight with her father and ran away from home. But if she set fire to the clinic or something, that would be nothing I could do. There would be nothing I could do. I have a stinking sensation she's gonna burn down this fucking school. That's what I'm worried about. Because I don't want to read Mion's death by fire. Good God. That would break me. Oh God, no. Please, no. The car makes a U-turn roughly on the gravel road and it chases after Chie's car at full speed. I see the car off until it's gone. All I can do now is pray that this will be settled calmly.